What's up? It's going to be a controversy today. How are you? Hey, mama. You know I'm here to start something today. I just got on, so I'm gonna start something. You're beautiful regardless. What I'm gonna start? It's gonna go in 2 avenues. Right. One is gonna be when women are in a relationship. Who, me? Thank you, appreciate it. If I'm bulking, I don't know. I feel like it's still the same. Nothing's changed, personally. But that's my opinion. Thank you for the love. 2 things. When people are in a relationship, right? And I'm talking to the females. Nah, it's not that. I don't think it's that. When females are in a relationship, I stay away from that word. Never. But when a female's in a relationship, when females are in a relationship, do they have sex out of obligation? Definitely. You know you got my number. Do females get in a relationship? Do they feel obligated? Mine is the same. Do they feel obligated to have sex? After all the chores, after the cleaning, after the work, after the running around, after taking care of the kids. That was the other half, right? Or is it out of love? Is it something that you feel like you do it out of pleasure? That's out of pleasure. That's on the out of love, out of pleasure section. Then there's those who feel like obligated to do so because they see it as a chore. That's where I want to get at. Hey, Zuli. That's what I want to touch on today, right? Like, you know me, I always come in with the controversy, stir the pot. Love and pleasure is part of that one aspect. But then the other aspect is where the people, they feel obligated to do so, and they're really not wanting to do. I'm great. And the only reason why I'm doing it live is because I can't go to the gym. Straight up. Other than that, I wouldn't be on it live. Until my back heals, I go back to the gym, and then I have another session to do right after that. I started to do the back. That's part of it. You can't see. I don't want to turn around. But it's only for 2 weeks. You know I don't miss out. Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, I'm getting more. Toning, running is the best thing you could do for tone. And water. My whole back is getting covered. Remember, I said this before. Your best thing is water and running. Hit the elliptical, hit the treadmill, and hit the bike last. Since we last spoke, always hard work. Of course. Yeah, but is it used as a coat hanger and to hang the clothes on, or do you actually use the treadmill? Because my grandmother had one, and all I saw was clothes being hanged on it. I never saw anybody actually jump on it and use it. It's been a while since we haven't spoke. Then you're gonna do great. The thing is, don't focus on how long you're on it. The best way I can say, if you're gonna be doing the treadmill, put something on how long you're on it. The best way I can say, if you're gonna be doing the treadmill, put something on the TV. A lot of people tend to see it as it's work. But on the, oh, you're doing amazing. Don't evaporate though. You're doing that much time. But do you do it at a slow pace or do you do it at a high pace? Thank you for the love, Queen. Appreciate you. And I'm only going to stay on for a half hour. I'm not even going to stay on for too long. All right, so now what you got to constantly do, if 2 hours is your pace, bring it up a notch and do an hour and a half. But bring it up. If you're doing that medium, do it a little extra. And then test yourself every day. Put it up two levels up. Once you put it up 2 levels up, you're going to see that your endurance, your stamina starts. It feels like it's getting depleted, but in reality, you're testing yourself to go further, to push yourself. And once you push yourself to the next, I appreciate you, Queen. But you know, I don't like that word. I believe women should be called goddess. Queen, the definition behind that is actually, it's degrading. Squat machine how is it? That's just my opinion, you know. Well, it's not just an opinion, it's a fact that I know on. And not too many people know about it. You're talking about the squat rack? It's hard? Or the queen part, yeah. I don't like to call women queen. It's another form and another word for calling women bitches. Or whore. Why is it hard? Is it because you're not used to it, or you're putting too much weight on it? Yeah, that's the meaning of queen. So lessen the weight. Just do it with the bar until you're accustomed to the bar itself. When you're lowering yourself in that position, and find your safe, your comfortable space. So some people like to put their arms close. I like to spread my arms wide so that I'm carrying the whole weight on my back when I do squats. And I go, it's called ass to the grass. So basically, your knees have to be fully bent. Your butt is almost touching the ground. When you shoot back up with your face looking up. And align, make sure that your back is, your arms are like literally straight. And you'll get, but do it with no weight until you become accustomed to it, until you actually master it. Hey, Bella. Until you master it, you'll see that you'll be able to do more, and it won't be hard anymore. How are you? I'm gonna make a video on this though. Flax, right? That's how you say it. It's only 12:30 by you right now. Yes, I started seeing major results when I started focusing on versus quality, quantity. That makes the difference though. Where am I? I'm in New York. If that's what you meant. But you see, like she said, she started focusing more on the posture. It's more on the position, and it gets the result quicker. Oh, you're in PA. Is that in Philly part or in Philly's like the only part I know about Philly? I mean PA. Oh man, Harrisburg. Oh yeah, I heard. Isn't that like where the football stadium is? I believe. No, that's Pittsburgh. Hey, hun. I know I haven't been doing the lives in a long time. It's only because I can't go to the gym. That's Pittsburgh. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like deserted out. Well, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's right. The Poconos. That's where all the indoor water parks are at. Correct. I forgot about that. And I've been there. Steps on the elliptical machine. That's amazing. The elliptical actually would do a lot of. That's where for women, it focuses on the tricep to lose the extra. You know, I don't like to call certain things out. I don't like to make other people feel awkward or uncomfortable. It's just that I've been in the gym for too many years. I see all the mistakes. Yes, that's the best way to say it, right? Wavy skin. I try to do that and it doesn't happen. It's just like one big ass muscle that just waves. But the only reason why I'm home is because getting this whole thing done, that whole back is getting covered, so I'm doing a cover up. And this is the third session. I'm going into the fourth session in 3 weeks. And he's gonna cover up the whole back, and then we're gonna fill in everything, and then the touch-ups, and then I'm done by February. So we got 3 more sessions to go to cover up. He said, you got a big back. You think this is gonna be done in 3-4 sessions? I thought it was gonna be 4. He said 5-6. He said that from day 1 too. So now that we're working on the back, it's costing me what my 2 sleeves cost me. That's a pretty penny. But I see it as an investment, and it's something that I want to do. And then after this, then I'm going traveling. Yeah, that's what he said. Hello. A lot of people say that it looks like a big back. I'm like, I don't see my back, so I don't see what you people talking about. But I know I do heavy weight. That's all I can say. I do extremely heavy weight. First thing in the morning, I'm doing almost 315 on back day. First thing, as soon as I walk through the door. They always said that I'm a little insane. I said, no, it's called discipline. It's a different type of mentality. Once you hit a certain peak, you don't get intimidated by the weight. And that's the thing. The battle starts the moment you wake up in the morning or whenever you go and you tell yourself, I can't do this, I can't do that. You're already lost. You're lost. Might as well just go home, turn around, and don't even make the effort. You're lost, because the moment you start to zone in, it's when you stay focused and you lock in and you go to the gym. There's nothing in this room I can't pick up. Thank you. There's nothing in this room I can't pick up. That should be the mentality every time you walk through those doors. And that's what I do. As soon as I walk through the doors, I get under that bar and I'll put in the weight. But the question was, it's 3:33. And this is to the females, right? Like when you're in a relationship, hello, do you feel like you're obligated to sleep with your partner? Or is it out of pleasure and love because it's something that you do? Thank you. Is it something that you do because it's what you do coming from you, right? So I had this conversation with someone. There goes the proof right there. And not to make fun of you or to shine on you, but the battle starts in your mind. Because the moment you go in there with that, it's a defeated mindset. And the moment you go in there with that defeated mindset, it's like you fail to some extent. But it's not really a fail, it's a lesson. That's all it really is. It's a lesson. It's learning from your mistakes. It's learning. But that's why I said, the moment you come, if you lost in your mind before you walk through the doors, you might as well just turn around because you're going to end up getting hurt a lot of times. That's what happens when it comes to the gym. You showed up. So Remy, question, because we talk, right? This question, and I'm gonna make a video on this later on, but it's more like, yeah, you. Take care, hun. When women are in a relationship, do they feel obligated to sleep with their partner? Is it a chore? Is it something that you do because you're in a relationship? Is it just another thing to do on your to-do list? Or on the flip side, is it something that you enjoy? Is it something that you love to do? Is it something that you get pleasure out of? Or is it that you are willing to be pleasuring that person, even if you don't get any satisfaction behind it? And that's the problem, right? Like, how do we switch that to where it's enjoyable? And that's the problem, right? Like, how do we switch that to where it's enjoyable? Where's the missing link? That's basically what I'm trying to get to. What makes it flips to the flip side where it's no longer a chore, but it's something that you love to do and it's something that you're willing to do and giving it your all. And I know that life tends to drain you. Life tends to take away that focus because you're so distracted with everything else outside of the house. That's when you're supposed to take and release stress. But at the same time, it feels like an obligation, I know. But sometimes what needs to be done is when a man and a woman come together and have that intimacy, that's when they create magic. That's when all manifestations actually on the next level, that elevated state of chemistry and connection lead to another level. It depends on the partner as well as treat you the way. True. Always have a date night. True. And to Remy, you always break it down, right? When it comes to treating a woman, you treat her like a precious jewel where she's turned on by what turns her on by, number one, learning her love language. It's learning her love language in order to have that, what turns her on and makes her feel affection, makes her feel loved. And once you're able to make that connection, that chemistry is built, and then it brings the domino effect, which is the attention, the affection, but a lot of times we tend to forget. And again, life happens, distractions, and men, we are performers. We just go into it. Women are more like receivers. They want the whole scenery and act to be done. Hold on, let me catch up with you guys. Her brain blocks you off. And then her body was shut down. Basically. We give back what we receive. Yes. And sometimes I want to share. I can trust to give my soul. It's hard. I'm trying in and out. Of course. It's fine. And at the same time, you're giving a part of yourself to the other individual. You want to give a part of yourself to the other individual where you're being received, you're being seen, noticed, acknowledged, appreciated, loved, and again, pouring out the affection. But for the both of yous, men and women, where's the fine line where all that is forgotten and a woman feels like she's taking care of the kids, she's taking care of the house, she's cooking, cleaning, washing clothes, folding clothes, the chores. By the time she gets to bed, she's tired. I get it. And if a man participated and helped her in her chores and she still didn't acknowledge him in the bed, where's the drama or the appreciation in that? You know, so it goes both ways. Then there's not your partner. You see, that's rare. You're the rare type, that always on fire person. Those are rare, because no matter how much energy you don't have, you still have. So you don't do it because of the person. You do it because it's a pleasure to you. But then there's the people who feel drained from life in itself. And when they go to bed, it's literally to go to bed. It's not to be a performer, to be a stripper, to be a porn star, to be a rock star. I'm just saying. But that's what I'm saying. You're the rare type. There's the type that's oblivious. Like, oh no, I'm not doing all that. I'm not here to be a performer. So that's the realization of a controversy of a conversation that I've came across. And I have another topic that I want to touch on, but I'm not going to touch on it now. I'll probably end the live with that question, and it's going to be a good one because I still can't fathom the answer behind that question. But back to the realization of to be seen, heard, but it's all the combination of it all, right? Is to see a woman for who she is, to acknowledge, but the chemistry, the connection, the intuitive and the understanding of her love language, to be able to understand her love language. Men don't know those differences. I do, but most men, I'm trying to solve an equation, a problem that most men have. It's difficult because at the end of the day, when you study to learn how to master a woman's body, to learn how the mind thinks, the way a woman, the difference between a man and a woman is that women are emotional creatures. They feel first before they think, which is the right way to be, but that's another story. Men think before we speak. We just react. We have a solution. What's up, Johnny? We have a solution before we always have an answer to every question. We have an answer to every problem. We have a solution to every situation. But for the most part, women have to feel their way before they have an answer. And that's where I come in, to be the middleman, to be like a referee. They're like, this is what you do. This is what you say. This is how it's supposed to be done. And not make anybody feel less than a person that they are, right? They don't feel like I'm not man enough or I'm not woman enough. No, you are enough. It's just that you're just not aware. It's the only difference. It doesn't make you less of a person just because you don't know. It's because you wasn't taught. I wasn't taught, and I had to do the homework, and I learned on my own. No one taught me shit, honestly. My mom schooled me, and she gave me some sense of direction, but she didn't give me the answers. I see you, Tiff. Told you I was going to bring that topic up. But at the end of the day, if you don't have that conversation, if you don't have that connection, if you don't have that openness, if you don't have that relationship, if you don't have the communication or the communication skills to be able to articulate, to express what it is that you think, feel, or even if you feel rejected by your partner, but if nobody gives you the keys, the tools, or the wisdom to learn, and some people are hard-headed, right? So they crash and hit a wall so hard, they pass out. And they get up and do it again and hit the wall again. When is enough? 1. 2, where's the learning in that situation? If there's no one to lead, no one to guide, no one to help, no one to inform, how are you just going to learn? Grow where there's no sense of direction. And I'm trying to make it more complicated so that the simplest way, there's always an answer. Not to challenge your question or your answer, but to challenge it in the sense of, let's just say if everybody was on that same page, on the lowest form, how can we help solve them reach a place where they feel like they can be successful in their relationship, they can be successful in their, and then allow them to be that solution to their equations, right? That's the way I always try to question it with a question and see where it can go. Because at the end of the day, who knows? This might be a medicine to help someone in their situation. And that's why I always try to approach everything that I do. Is how can I help? How can I assist? And how can I awaken? How can I make someone look within themselves? Because the growth is actually looking inside of you. It's never on the external. The external is just a result of everything that you think, feel, believe, and trust. That's your manifestation. It's the projections of oneself. Your reality cannot exist without your attention, without your focus, without your energy. Appreciate you. Thank you. It's a lot of internal work. Just because you might see a physical sense that I'm gym head, but I'm definitely a bookworm. And that's the one thing that I've always tried to be, is to be different in every aspect that you could think of. Because I never wanted to look like the guy in the room, and I never wanted to be looking like my old version of me. So I changed myself from head to toe so that I never reflect and never look like my old self. And nor do I ever want to look like anyone else. And a lot of people have a hard time of loving themselves. And that's the key to everything. Is learning how to love you. Prioritizing you. Putting you first. Because in order for you to love someone else, thank you. In order for you to be able to pour into someone else, you got to be able to pour into you first. And this is all self-informed. No one taught me none of that. There's things that I teach my mom. And my mom's like, how did you know? I read it in a book. Because ain't nobody teaching you none of this unless you're paying for courses. And at the time, I didn't know where to find it. So I looked inside and I started asking questions inside. And inside always showed me. I felt like my soul, my spirit was constantly leading me to every book. And every book informed me to questions I already had. And the questions were being answered before me. And those questions were like it was like a constant maze, but it was a puzzle at the same time. And self-awareness is... But everything leads back to oneself. And the oneself is the magic. It's the key. It's the... Oh my God. Once you understand who you are, everything else is simple. Because if I tell you what that is, you won't believe it. If I tell you that, then you'll be like, nah, no way. You know, so you have to go do that internal work to discover the hidden treasures, the hidden treasures are basically buried inside of your heart. And it's up to you to go on that journey to discover the hidden treasures that are inside of you. And once you discover the treasures that have been buried inside of you, all your answers will be found right there and then. Everything will be simple. Nothing is complicated. We make things complicated. Nothing is really complicated. In all honesty, in all truth. I don't know who followed on here. Sorry, I didn't say thank you for the follow, but I'm looking up now and it says a few followers. So thank you for those I didn't get to see that did follow. Keep talking. I'm just... Well, I'm about to get off. So before I end this live, the question was, again, and I know it sounds repetitive, but when you're in a relationship as a couple, as two couples, and there's intimacy, and there's connection, and there's chemistry, and there's connection, and there's conversation, there's friendship, all of this that leads to build a solid relationship where there's openness and there's honesty and there's transparency, all in one. Understanding each other's love language. But as the other person usually is the man that always wants and demands, we demand a lot of attention. We demand a lot of your energy. We demand a lot of your affection. We may not ever say that we don't, because we'll consider it to be like, oh no, that's girly type. So it's kind of have to do with the ego and the pride in a man, honestly. You came at the end. Hey, Kiala. So when you're in a relationship, is it a chore where you feel obligated to please your partner? Is it something that you do because you feel like you have to? Or are you doing it because you get pleasure out of it? It's something that you want to do. It's something that you're willing to do. It's something that you feel like, no matter how tired and depleted you may feel, no matter what's going on in life, that you always make that other person feel like they're significant and they do matter. Vice versa. And this goes both ways. It doesn't go for one way. Or do you just be like, roll over, I'm going to sleep, I don't have the energy, good night. And I know for most females, for most folks, this is part of a healthy connection. We mirror an affection and being given. True. That's definitely true, because however you treat, like I said earlier, a woman wants to be seen. She wants to be heard. She wants to be noticed, acknowledged, and learn her love language. Once you learn her love language, it's a wrap. You got her. Because all you have to do is whatever that love language is based on performance. But is that unconditional love? Is the next question, right? Or is that based on performance? Is that based on condition? That's conditioned love, isn't it? Because if you're not performing to that person's expectation or that standard, is that really love? See, this is how my mind works, right? If you question it with one, and then all of a sudden I'll start unraveling another one, and then make you question yourself in the process. And this goes to all the women. Mommy duties. Talk to you soon. Thank you for your blessing. Of course. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Goddess. Yeah, like, is it based on performance? Is it based on to the person's standard? Is it based on that? Is that real unconditional love? Or is unconditional love, it's like there is no limit. There is nothing based on, there is no judgment. There's only freedom. There's only peace. There's only that connection that builds a relationship. Appreciate you for stopping by. You know, is that... Because if you can stimulate a woman's mind and her affection and build that connection with that individual that draws a woman and a relationship in one, it is love. Each other's way. But this is where openness and conversation, to be able to articulate and communicate, express without judgment. Because at the end of the day, if you judge your partner, maybe they might want to do something that's out of your ever doing. Do you look at it, is it dirty? Or do you take it in and just say, okay, I see what you want, I see what you're in, and have that conversation of whatever it is that they either you're not willing to do, but how do you address it? How do you approach it? How do you make that other person not feel like what they want out of you not seem like it's vulgar or bad or anything on the negative side? Not everybody is the same way. Some people are just shut that door down and that's it. But before I go, The next question and topic would be about, I know I could go in deep when it comes to anything, but the next topic would be about, why is it that if someone is dysfunctional, what you consider to be toxic, if someone is mishandling you and mistreating you, and you're not being seen, heard, noticed, acknowledged, but you're treated like trash, you're being run into the ground, you feel like you're less than, unappreciated, right? Why do a lot of women go back to that relationship and to just to repeat the same thing all over again, repeat the pattern, repeat the relationship? It's like history repeats itself, but yet you stay in the same dysfunctional relationship only. What, to just repeat the whole thing only because you're afraid to be alone? Because you're afraid to be alone is the reason why you should stay in a relationship? You know how many people in a relationship to this day are married and are miserable? I refuse to be that person. On the other note, so on the other note is, I'm gonna make separate videos about both of them. The relationship one, this one on why do people go back to their ex when they know that the ex is actually dysfunctional and actually tearing them apart. But in reality, it's all right. And in reality, it's all about not having that self-love for yourself. That's what it comes down to. Because if you know that's the way that person's going to treat you, then you haven't accepted that this person's dysfunctional for you. One, we still need to learn. Yes. Until you learn this, the situation is going to repeat itself until you learn the lesson. That's one. Two, the other part is, it just shows that you don't love yourself enough. And I know there's a lesson in behind all that. There's a lesson that you go through these situations that your soul actually calls into existence for you to learn. And this is considered to be the school of life. But that'll be on the next topic, whenever I do another live. But will be, why do women continue to stay in dysfunctional, I don't like to use the word toxic, but relationships that is just depleting you and stripping you of who you are as a person, your identity. Hi. All these traits that actually make a bad relationship. Why do women stay in relationships that are actually dysfunctional and make you feel less than a woman? And there's men that go through it too. So it's not just to say that the women experience this only. The men go through it too. And we'll talk about that on the next one, because I'm about to clip it. Thank you for those who came. I've learned that back to my upbringing, of course. Because the first relationship you've seen were your parents, and that's the root. That's where it all stems from. The foundation is however the relationship you've seen growing up, you feel like it's acceptable, and you allow that to be part of your experience, and it's a repeated pattern, and it just is a vicious cycle that continues to repeat itself constantly. Excuse me. No, I already said I was getting off at 4. Thank you, Jeanette. So today's topic was based on, in a relationship, how do you show up for your partner when it comes to intimacy? Is it out of obligation? Is it a chore? Or is it out of love? Is it out of affection? Is it because it's pleasing to you? No matter how you feel at the end of the day, at the end of the evening, if you're not up for it, do you still give yourself up? 2. Next topic. When in a relationship, when you're in a dysfunctional relationship, why do you continue to stay even after the breaking, even after the parting, even after the separation? You go back because you're afraid to be alone. You're afraid to actually face all those shadows that you got to deal with, because that's what it comes down to. It's learning how to love and find yourself once again. It's learning how to let go of someone who no longer sees and values you anymore. Here we go with the damn sirens, as always. It was bound to fucking... Serious. Can't stand New York. Which is what? The reason. There's a lot of people that do, though. There's a lot of people that go back because there's a chemical imbalance. It's a stimulation. It's something that you were taught as a child because you saw it growing up, and you think that's part of the normal pattern, but that's what you were taught. You were shown, and that was modeled. What was modeled, you considered to be normal. So if you grew up in a house where yelling and screaming at each other is normal, it's normal to that relationship. But that's a whole nother topic. That's the next topic. Thank you for those who followed. I didn't see who did, but I see that it says 5 there. Thank you for those who showed up. I'm cutting it off. And I might be doing a live tomorrow. I'm not sure. Depends on what's going on. Oh no, I wash clothes tomorrow, so I can't. I'll be out the gym for the next a week. I promise. It's time to abandon ship. I'm just joking. Yeah, broken promises is always a disappointment, but the thing is, do you expect someone to do as they say, or do you allow them to show you what they say? It's a big difference between that thin line. I can promise you the world, but what am I showing you? How am I treating you? How am I showing up? That's the difference. It's in the action. But every relationship is a learning situation. Even if it's just on a friendship level, it's still learning something from that person or the relationship, the friendship itself. There's always something to learn from somebody else. And as long as you remain a student, life shows and teaches you everything. Because the moment you say, oh, I know it, that means you have a closed mind. And the moment you have a closed mind, no more lessons for you to learn. It's just going to be hardship after that, though. Thank you for everybody that showed up. I got to go. Got to go get my daughter. Spend some time with her this evening. But I appreciate you. You guys are more than welcome. DM. Or you're more than welcome. I believe Apple Podcasts. My podcast is up there, Mastermind. If you want to hear more of me, what's it called? Me talking. Basically, I'm not even going to say another word for it. Yeah, because then you'll see where I'm coming from. I think I went out of, if I recall correctly, the first season was based on my experiences and what I went through to back up what I'm speaking on. So my experiences were my lessons that taught me to be the man that I am today. Those were all lessons, situations, and events that I went through And just that I don't even touch on this at all because I don't want pity from anyone. But my experiences alone, I back it up with one thing. And that's 23 times I could have been dead a long time ago. And for whatever reason, I know that there's a purpose because that thing saved me 23 times from almost dying. So, from a person that speaks from it's definitely more than an experience. And I know I'm protected. I know my ancestors, my spirit guides, my teachers, and my spirit guides and my spirit team are all with me. I've seen them already and I feel them all the time. So, to say the least. And I don't talk about those stories of almost dying because I don't want to reinvite, to re-experience another one of those. I'm good. I've had it too many times. Anybody else that wants to experience that, that's more than welcome to go ahead. True delight. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. ¿Cómo está? But I'm getting off. Appreciate everybody that stopped by. Thank you for sharing your wisdom, your experiences, and your insight. Till next time, I see you guys on the next one. Dile a tu hermano que me mande un mensaje on WhatsApp. Roland. All right. Thank you for everybody that stopped by. Appreciate it. Until next time. Love is love.